Hello, it's Sue Maddox from maddoxcreations.com here with you today. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator from Melbourne, Australia, and today we're going to jump straight into it and I'm going to give you a little look at our new adhesives. So I can't wait to show you. I've had a bit of a play, checked out, see how they work, and I can tell you all about them. Okay, let's jump in. So this is our new adhesives in our range. We've got the Stampin' Seal. This one is an everyday adhesive. It bonds instantly. It's a little bit stronger than our snail that we had previously. You get 15 meters on the roll of both of these. This one here with the darker blue is the Stampin' Seal Plus, and this one is a super strength one and a good adhesive for when you want you're doing heavier layers or perhaps a 3D project. So this is our super strong one. Okay. Let's have a look and see how they work. So you can see here the little case. It's got a little cap on the end. Pop that to one side for a minute. You've got the little grooves there to pop your fingers in. G'day ladies, how are you? A little textured sort of bit on the top to put your finger on. Now I've been having a play, and it is one of those adhesives. It just takes a little bit of getting used to, I found. I was not having much success the other day, but I did learn a bit of a trick, and now I'm quite loving it. So the trick I learned was from, what was her name? It was Stamp with Jamie, I think, and she had a groovy little thing that she does, and that seems to be doing the trick for me. So I thought I'll share that with you as well. So if we just move our little, just make sure our adhesive is there on the end. And then if you just, let me just run down here. If you just go like this and flick off, I was finding it wasn't quite grabbing then. I'd have to turn it with my finger just to get that adhesive to go on the roller, and then I could do my next little row of tape. So the little trick, and that does get a little bit tiresome if you're doing a bigger project, having to turn that each time. So the little trick that she showed us was to just do our little thing and then just roll it over like that. I'll show you from the side. Is probably a little bit of an easier angle. So we just come down like this, and then at the end just, I don't know, what would you say, bend it over, and that just does the trick. Then I can get it to work each time. So it must just, I think it just cuts the adhesive just a little bit further around on the roller, so then you're ready to go for the next one. So that would be my recommendation. Since I've been doing that, I've been quite liking it. May have been a few little choice words before that when it wasn't quite cooperating with me. The Stampin' Seal works a similar way. Now this one is a stronger one, and where are we? I don't know if you probably won't be able to see this on here, but it's got little teeny tiny little perforations across there because it's a stronger bond, and that just helps it to break off. So I've been using the same sort of technique with this one as well, and that seems to be working well. This one, save this one for just your projects where you need something a little bit extra strong. Now the cases are the same size, so the refills will fit in either case, which is handy. And yeah, they come the little refills here, and then once you've run out, you can just pop a new one in. Oh, now I've stuck that to my Stampin' Seal. Okay, let's have a look at them in action. I thought I would show you on a card. So this card is using the Boho Indigo Product Medley. I'll just give you a little look at that for a minute just to remind ourselves what it was. So it's got the pattern paper in it there, a great big lot of pattern paper in the 6" by 6". It's got down the bottom there some die cuts, also some vanilla textured pieces, a little set of stamps, and a set of framelits and some ribbon. Okay, back over here now. Okay, so let's have a little look. Here's one I made the other day using that one. And so I've just picked out a few of the different pattern papers here. The little die cut element there with the gold border. So all I had to do was just grab out a little skinny greeting and pop it on. We've got our little fabric flowers, and I just need a little bit of colour, I thought, so I just popped one of the little green die cuts from the medley in there as well. And then in the background there is the one of the ribbons. It's got a nice beautiful deep blue. And all of that is on a base of our new blue, which is Misty Moonlight. Okay, let's have a look at another. And so these cards today, so these couple, this was the designs just with the pattern paper. If you're one of my newsletter subscribers, I had a little PDF I put together with some measurements and things for just a whole bunch of different cards, just simple ones that make use of our pattern paper. So if you would like to get a copy of that, just head on over to my website there, medicscreations.com. Subscribe to my newsletter, and I'm going to put the little PDF link in the next few newsletters just for anyone who might have missed it the first time or two. All right, let's have a go of making one today. I think I've pre-cut a few bits, so save us a little bit of time. So I'm using all the things that come in the Boho Indigo Medley kit, and then I've just added in a pack of the Misty Moonlight cardstock and the, where are we? I think I've used some vanilla as well, just some plain vanilla, just for our little vases and things. So other than, and then ink pads as well. So the Misty Moonlight, and I think I've used Bumblebee and, what is that other one? Night of Navy as well. All right, so for this one, I've got my card, I've scored him down the center there, and now we're ready to add our little piece. I find with all these sort of projects, it's deciding which pattern paper you want to use is you're halfway there then, I think. All right, so let's put a few little bits of this on. A little bit off the edge there. And where are we here? Actually, where are those glasses? That might help today, I think. Waving a hi there, I can see lots of familiar faces there. Okay, let's stick this one down. Hopefully I've cut it. I'm notoriously bad for cutting straight and sticking things on straight, but that seems to have done the job. This one is, this piece is 6 centimeters wide and 14.3 centimeters long, and so that just gives us a tiny little, about 2.5 millimeter border around the edge. So then I've picked out one of the little embossed pieces, very handy because it's already embossed for me, so I didn't even have to do anything. And I'll just pop a few bits on here. Oh, I nearly forgot. Before I do that, hang on, turn him around a little bit. I forgot that I wanted to put a little bit of a ribbon on the edge of this one. So I'm going to use another adhesive, the glue dots, if I can find. I thought I've got everything out today to be a little bit more organised, but maybe not. So glue dots, I'm just going to pop a little glue dot on the back of that one. And keep forgetting I've got the camera there. All right, and we'll just stick that down. Might put one more glue dot down, halfway down, I think, just to hold that ribbon a little bit in place. And where are we? Tuck the other end under here. I can find my next dot. Where has he gone? Under here. Got sticky all over my fingers now. Okay, we got him, there we go, and that just keeps that ribbon nicely in there on the side. And then I'm just going to stick this down here. Am I still on screen? Yep. Oh, where are we? Just there. Now this adhesive is not repositionable, so you do want to make sure you're in the right spot before you press it down. What else was I going to say about it? It is, of course, acid-free and photo-safe for people who might be using it for memory keeping. Okay. So there's our little base there. Now, next thing, we're just going to decorate with a few of the other little things that come in this medley. So we've got the stamp set here and the dies. So I just had a little bit of a play with those. And one other tip I was going to give you, if you do have this, or it actually probably works for other stuff as well, is while you're cutting out, so while I was cutting out, I just wanted one navy leaf. I thought I may as well cut out a few of the other bits at the same time. And ditto for the gold, when I was cutting a gold leaf, I just popped a few of the other ones on at the same time. And then I'm going to just keep the whole lot I did the same thing when I was stamping the vases. I just stamped a whole bunch and cut them out. And then I'm going to keep all this little collection together in a little bag with the rest of the kit. And that way, hopefully down the track, I won't need to actually get the big shot out because I'll already have all my little bits and pieces here. Because this is sort of a little bit like, we're up to the flower arranging part of this card. So we're going to pick out, we've got lots of different vases here that I have stamped. I stamped these ones with the Misty Moonlight, and then I've cut them out with the coordinating die. And there's a few other little dies there. Let me just put that on a background so you can see. They've got like a little tiny cutout little details in them as well. So they were very cute. All right, I think we're going to use this one. Where are we? This one and this one I thought I might layer up today. And I'm going to use my glue dots and sort of get this arranged as I go, so I can hold it all together and decide how we want it. So pop a little glue dot on there, and we might just overlap those two vases. So they can sit down like that. That looks nice. And then we mix and match our little flowers. So I did have this sort of organised, but I forget what I was going to do now. We'll have to make it up as we go along. I think we might put a little gold one in there. And so I'm just going to hold that in place with another glue dot. I could use a tool, but fingers do the job. Okay. So on the back here, I'm just going to hold that in position there with a couple of dots. For those people who are on Facebook, I was mentioning our washing machine is just sprung a bit of a leak over the weekend. So John's pulled the back off and he's managed to get it. It's gone from being a big leak to a little seep. I think we have successfully done a couple of loads now with no leak, so we might not have to get that repair grey out after all. Okay, put those there. Now, what are we going to have next? Let's pop a, maybe we'll go one of these navy leaves in here. One of the dies, it cuts out the leaf and then, I don't know if we can see, let's pull them up nice and close. But it also embosses a little, oh, can we see that? Yep, embosses a little detail on it as well. It's very pretty. Same with these ones here. So these are from that same kit. So it cuts it out, but it's also got that nice little embossed detail. So very pretty. Okay, what was I going to do here? I think we're going to have that and then some little yellow flowers. Yep, and then that sort of ties in together there. All right, let's get that in place before we lose what we're doing. So I'm just going to flip it over. A little bit of tape would probably be handy there actually. But I'm going to carry on with these glue dots just because they're in front of me. So really I'm just using this just to hold this all in position. All right, and we'll have some little yellow flowers on. So these ones were stamped, I stamped them in the new yellow, our bumblebee. I think so saffron would work nicely too, and I did try some with Daffodil Delight and that looked nice as well. All right, that can go there I think. And I thought I might just add, oh, was I going to put this big gold one in? No, that might be a little bit too much. Let's just add a couple of these little fabric flowers. Yeah, that'll be a nice little row. I'll put those on last. So we'll stick all this down first. And I'm just going to use some dimensionals, I think. While we're talking adhesive, these are about my favourite. And just overlap that on a couple of those bits just to help hold all of that together. And it is handy to have a couple of these. Oh, I've used them all up. These little mini ones as well. Just for the spaces that are a little bit smaller there. So we'll pop a couple of them up here. You can never have too many dimensionals there, can you? All right. Yep, I think the washing machine is my least Least favourite machine to break down. That's the one that we miss the most. Probably closely followed by the dishwasher, but we could live without that one. But the washing machine is a pain. Anyway, fingers crossed. Hopefully we've got it fixed and we don't need to get the repair guy out. That is one advantage of John working from home at the moment, because it is a little bit easier to organise any of those sorts of things while he's still at home. Looks like he'll be home at least until the end of July. We'll see how we go after that. Hopefully those numbers start coming back down again soon. All right, so we've got all of our little bits in place there, and we're all set to just pop that on here. I think I'm just going to put that just overlapping that ribbon. And then I've got a little greeting here. I can't remember what set this was from. Is it from that one? Oh no, it's from the same. It's from this one. So the little thank you there, and I picked that one just because it fits nicely in this little punch. So that saved me having to go get something else out to cut it out with. Such a handy punch, this one. All right, let's pop a few glue dots on that. And that one doesn't want to come off. All right, where are we up to? Okay, slide that in there. Is that going to fit? Oh, I might actually snip the edge off that. I think so. He'll go in a little bit further. Okay, let's put him about there. Yep. Okay, and then lucky last, I just want to add on these little teeny flowers, and I might use these. Ah, that sounds expensive, Marianne. Yes, I'm hoping we can get it, because this washing machine is not that old, so I'm hoping that it's not anything too drastic and we can fix it back up again. Okay, little flower with a glue dot. Oh, I think I just lost my glue dot. Did I? Yep. And we'll put that one there, and then a little small one just to balance it all out. I played around with these little flowers for ages when I first got them, because I thought, oh, they might be self-adhesive and maybe the backing peels off, but no, I don't think they are. Oh, that one does not want to stick. It wants to stick to my finger instead. Where are we going to put him? Yep, just like that, I think. Okay. And there we go, nice little simple one. And I've got lots of leftover bits and pieces. We've got some of the little green die cutouts you could use instead. Yeah, so nice little one to mix and match. I saw some beautiful cards the other day from, I think it was Gail Alice. She had some beautiful ones done with So Saffron, the navy and the misty moonlight, and then also some crumb cake. They looked lovely too. Okay, so that is our couple of Boho Indigo Medley cards. This is a great kit. You can just get out. I've been quite enjoying it. I had to tidy up a little bit before this video, because it looked like a Boho Indigo Medley had just exploded on my desk, so I had to get it back into a little bit of semblance of order. Yeah, but you can just have a nice little mix and match and use your own imagination. You can make something simple. You can make something a little bit more complicated. This was a super quick one to put together. This one a little bit more fiddly with cutting out some of the little die cut bits, but yeah, a beautiful kit to play with. Okay, what else was I going to say? Last little bit. Let's jump back over here. Ooh, get rid of those. So I have welcomed a couple of new people just last night to the team. They really liked the look of that little joining special we've got at the moment. So you can choose, if you've got a lot of things out of this new catalogue that you love, you can choose $235 of bits and pieces for, and you pay just $169. You get free shipping with that as well. And then the special that they've got on at the moment is you get to choose one of those bundles from the back of the catalogue. So a punch and stamp bundle, I think there's about 8 of those, and there's a little bit over 20, I think, of the stamp and die bundles. you get to choose that free with your kit. So we would love to welcome a few more team members. If you're a bit tempted by that one, jump on before the end of June. Get in touch if you if you're interested in that and you'd like a little bit more information. Okay, thanks very much for being with me today. I hope that gave you a little bit. I'm going to have a bit more of a play with this because I only just got it on Friday, so I've only made a couple of cards with it. So I'll keep trying it out over these next few weeks, and then I can come back to you in another couple of weeks when I've had a really good play and let you know what I think. But I certainly found that little tip of just curling it over as you finish it off. That just seems to do the trick for me, and it's running very nicely. Okay, take care everyone, and I shall be back very soon. Not long, I've only got 3 days at work this week, and then officially on school holidays for a few weeks. I've got an extra week, so I've got 3 weeks. So can do lots of playing with all of this, all of these new things, and share some bits and pieces with you. Newsletter people, keep an eye out. We've got a newsletter coming out soon. I've just got to take a few photos to add to it, and then we'll be all set to go. Okay, take care everyone. Happy stamping, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.